So today I would just want to tell you a story where a brand cheats its own investor. So the brand I'm talking about is in pharma space. Pharma space में है वो, and without telling you the name because of legal reasons, they are doing franchisee. They open FOCO stores, franchisee-owned company-operated stores, and they give their investor an investment value of 45 lakh rupees to begin with to open their first store. And then as we go ahead, they open their own store, they do FOCO model, they do a lot of promises. They said कि बहुत अच्छा आपका store बनेगा 1000 plus square feet में. You'll be having a doctor, will be having payment from the company itself, so you don't need to pay anything to them. So a lot of these promises have been done by brands, but none of them, or actually I would say none of them was fulfilled by the company as per se. So the actual model goes like this: that this is a typical 7-8 year old brand. The brand has Pharma in their name and they do pharmacy franchisee chain to be specific. And they are big in UP, Delhi, and western side of a country. So they offer franchisee. So when you want to open a franchisee, you'll be opening a pharmacy franchisee where it will be having all the medicines customer can come take and whatever. And they said also we'll be having a doctor which will be sitting over there treat all the patients. And in general, if you don't know about that, doctor in the pharmacy chain is an add-on where doctor can tell a patient of what exactly he needs to buy. Accordingly, वो margin charge कर सकते हैं उसके ऊपर and they can offer the best product which they are suiting them in terms of margin. So they said कि margin भी हमारा doctor भी हमारा रहेगा and we'll be operating the store. This is the FOCO model. So if you don't know FOCO model is franchisee owned company operated where company is operating the store and they are giving you a blended margin or a sales पे specific percent रहता है. They said okay, we are fine with it. A lot of investors showed up. Last year they made around 40-45 new franchisee onboarding. So if you just do the maths, then it is around 17-18 crores of cash they generated by selling the franchisee. Some of them they got booking amount and they never opened franchisee with them. I don't know why. You obviously know why. And some of them they opened. They said ki boss will be investing 45 lakh rupees and a specific so in 45 lakh rupees there is a specific fee for franchisee fee, the brand fee, the name which you're using, you're paying it for 5 years and whatever. So they said, okay, boss will take so much money for franchisee fee, and the mostly the part of I think 40 lakhs or something was going into the store operations, the store setup, and the medicine and everything in the setup. They've invested less than 10 lakh rupees in the store they opened with all the franchisee owners. So 30 lakhs they pocket in beginning only. So the most of those stores, doctor was not there. They said doctor will be there, but it was not there. Some of them doctor was only for hour, half an hour, and whatever. So it was not worthwhile. Then about their setup and everything, it was just cost cutting on the corners. Franchisee struggles. There was no marketing for the brand. There was not even 10 lakh rupees of sales in franchisee for months, I would say. So investor asked the brand, what is happening? You're not doing marketing. You're not investing the money which we gave you to invest and grow the brand. And as you promised, you'll be giving return to us, but there is specifically no returns. So the brand said they didn't think. I mean, they were focusing on selling franchisee. They were focusing on getting more franchisee fee from the customers. So they never heard about it. Then, as soon as the people got to know that this is a particular scam which is going on, then they stopped all the agreements and everything with them. And now in franchise industry, everybody know about them in pharma, how they operate, and people have stopped giving everything to them. But until it was in the park in the market, people were still buying the franchisee. They were still selling the franchise. They didn't stop selling franchise. They were still collecting payments, but never opened. So I think 40-45 franchises they signed last year. They've not opened more than 20 of them. What about 20? They pocket the money and you're gone. So this is how it's operating franchise. If you don't know the brand, if you don't know who promoter is, how he operates, and what do he do, so you don't have to invest a hefty amount. 45 lakhs is a big amount. So you have to be careful where you are investing because these brands are just taking you money and doing just running away. So how it works, if I just give you a very simple example. For example, if and when you get a franchisee, get a deal done, then you pay us a franchisee fee. Then the brand take a franchisee fee, sign an agreement. Then you pay another lump sum for setting up whole thing and getting all the raw materials or the stock and everything for that. and these people do heavy cutting corners in those things. So be very careful. Normally, franchisee also offers an option to just give us franchisee fee and the marketing fee, operating fee which we are taking, and rest of us will give you a list so that you can choose your suppliers or service providers who can give you at the best rate. So this is also a good point, but brands are taking advantage of investors because they know that they are not being managing the business. They are just giving money and taking returns, but they are also not giving returns and they are not also running the business properly. So you have to be very careful of that. Invest wisely, and if you want good franchisee options, just call on this number. Our team and our representative will call you and guide about us, guide about the whole thing. And we don't charge anything upfront. So that is the most important thing. Anyone who charge upfront from just telling a franchisee, run away from them. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel.